Hi, Dr. Minkoff here. I want to talk about leaky gut. Now, what is a leaky gut? That sounds horrible, like your gut is leaking something. Actually, yes, it is leaking something. So, in the design of the intestine, the idea was you eat food, it goes through this tube which starts in your mouth and ends up in your anus, and the purpose of the gut is to first break up that food so that it is absorbable, expose it to a number of enzymes in the stomach and in the small intestine so that it breaks down into single little molecules, amino acids, essential fats, digested carbohydrates, vitamins, minerals, so that they can be absorbed into the intestine, nurture the cells, provide energy for the cells so that the body can function. Along with this, because the food that we're eating isn't just the nutrients that we want. There's fibers, there's bacteria, there's funguses, there's parasites, there's toxins. Ideally, this system doesn't let any of those things in our body. Those things stay in the tube. And then when we have a bowel movement, they leave the tube and our body stays well. What we know, though, is that that isn't exactly what happens. If you have, say, non-organic food that has glyphosate, Roundup, or other pesticides on it, when you eat it, it's going to break down the barrier between the cells of the intestine. So the inner lining of your small and large intestine is only a single layer of cells. Those cells have a junction, it's called a tight junction, and it keeps them together. If you eat a meal where you have non-organic food and there's chemicals, pesticides, especially glyphosate, it breaks down that glue that holds those cells together. Then the body can't prevent things from coming through, like bacteria, chemicals, pesticides, parasites. They come through and now they're in you. And that's what we call leaky gut. Now, just past that barrier where those cells are is 80% or 70% of your immune system. It is there to be kind of a vanguard. It's there to watch. These are sentries on duty to watch for bad guys coming through. And they're supposed to attack the bad guys. And so what happens is, the surface area of the intestine is in the neighborhood of 2 tennis courts. It's huge. You know, it's 25 feet long. But if you unfold it, it's huge. And so a leaky gut isn't one little hole in one little place. It's probably millions or billions of holes throughout the whole thing. And so the immune system sees all this stuff coming through, which are foreign and toxic, and it goes ape. It goes like, roar, attack. And so people with leaky gut get autoimmune disease, rheumatoid arthritis, MS, interstitial cystitis, Crohn's disease, Parkinson's disease. All these things are triggered by a leaky gut. So if you have some chronic condition, there's a 100% chance that you have a leaky gut. And in today's food and today's society and the way most of us are eating, most of us have to some degree a leaky gut. And if it's too much, it will make you sick. 100% of the people I see, it doesn't matter if they have cancer or Parkinson's or Lyme disease or chronic fatigue or MS or rheumatoid arthritis, the first thing I treat is their leaky gut, because they will never get better until it's handled. Back 300 BC, so over 2,000 years ago, the father of medicine, Hippocrates, made a statement. He said, all disease begins in the gut. And that is true today as it was then. So if you have some chronic condition, you can be sure your gut is having trouble. And it's probably a mixture of your diet, the drugs that you're taking, the things that you're eating which aren't good for you, and this is a reversible condition. You can be helped. We're experts at this. And if you come in, we will do some specific testing to find out what exactly in the gut is going on, so we can give you the right remedies, the right diet, and the right supplements to get your gut so it's good, where you don't have heartburn or burning. You don't have to take Rolaids or Pepcid or Nexium, because those are all things that in themselves produce leaky gut. Virtually all drugs produce leaky gut. If you're on Advil or aspirin or prednisone or blood pressure medicine, most of them will produce leaky gut. And so we have to work with people in order to get their body stabilized so their gut stops leaking, and then they'll start feeling better. Okay? So come see us if you're having this problem, because we know how to handle it. I hope this helps.